This is KBOI 2 News, first at 4.
I'm meteorologist Nate Larson, live up here at Boise Basin, where if you look behind me, we've got snow up here, the first snow of the season. We'll have a look at that coming up.
Hi everybody, I'm meteorologist Roland Stedham. We have had on again, off again rain throughout the Treasure Valley, chilly temperatures, and another cold front is on the way. Plus, another very powerful hurricane is brewing in the Caribbean. It is a Category 5 monster with 165-mile-per-hour winds. We'll show you where it's hit and where it's going.
And hi, I'm Brent Hunsaker in Dry Creek Cemetery, where I'll tell you about the restoration of a monument to a Boise police hero.
But first, breaking news, you're looking at today's earthquake that's caused major destruction in Mexico City. That earthquake registered a 7.1 today, and heavy damage is now being reported in the capital city. So take a look. A building collapse was actually caught on camera. Now, before the collapse, a woman is heard saying in Spanish, "The walls are shaking, did they get out?" And then, as you see, the building collapses. The earthquake struck about 75 miles outside of Mexico City. Here's what we've uncovered so far. A Mexican governor says dozens are killed. Many reports are saying more than 40 people at count. Schools and the airport in Mexico City are closed. The earthquake comes 32 years to the day after the 1985 earthquake in the city, which killed thousands. President Trump said this on Twitter: "God bless the people of Mexico City. We are with you and will be there for you." We'll continue to track this story throughout the newscast. For more pictures and video of the search efforts, make sure to go to idahonews.com and follow us on social media. Well, take a look at this. Snow dusting the slopes of Boise Basin. We have team coverage of this early taste of winter. Let's start with meteorologist Nate Larson, who explains that mountain managers are hoping this means some good news for the upcoming season.
Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, we're live up here at Boise Basin. You can see the snow started to melt behind me, but we had a couple inches up here on the ground. In fact, the snow's even let up for now, but it was really coming down hard earlier today. Let's look at some of that video that we shot earlier today when it was near whiteout condition. Live at Boise Basin, Nate Larson, KBOI 2 News. Roland, back to you.
It is a beautiful sight, Nate, and I'll tell you what, when we're still technically in summer and we get snow like that, not only in Boise Basin, but in many mountainous areas across southern Idaho, including, look at that, those are the tops of the mountains right there around Sun Valley, because we got some changes coming here around the first of next week once again. I'll have more on that coming up in just a few. Here's Natalie.
Thanks, Roland. And let's go ahead and take a look at this video. This is snow that fell at Tamarack Resort. As you can see, the snow dusts the front side of the slopes right there. The snow levels were right around 6,600 feet. And Baldy is snowy as well. The Sun Valley Resort posted this video on their Facebook page. Both River Run and Baldy got the dusting. Forest rangers have lifted trail closures around the Highline fire. That fire burning near Warren has burned more than 84,000 acres since it started in July. But rangers say it's slowed enough to allow people closer to the burn area. Rangers do want to urge hikers that the fire could still flare up, so please be careful if you plan to hike around that area. Right now, Boise police are investigating an officer-involved shooting this morning. It sent a man to the hospital. KBOI 2's Scott Logan shows us what investigators have released so far.
Boise police say the shooting happened when officers were chasing a man late last night on Fairview Avenue. Live in the Satellite Center, Scott Logan, KBOI 2 News.
Thank you, Scott. People across the Treasure Valley coming together to honor a Boise police officer killed in the line of duty. My co-anchor, Brent Hunsaker, shows us how one group is trying to make sure Mark Stahl is never forgotten.
This is, Natalie, hallowed ground. This is the final resting place of Mark Stahl. He's the Boise police officer who 20 years ago was shot and killed in the line of duty. Joe Andrioli is with the Fraternal Order of Police, and he joins me here at this site today. And they just finished up a project of restoration on this headstone. And if you look at it, Joe, this is absolutely beautiful work. I mean, it looks brand new, and this is a 20-year-old headstone. And we'll leave you with that. Natalie, take a look. This is the view from this little bench here up in Dry Creek Cemetery. Beautiful afternoon, and it's right to remember Mark Stahl, coming up now on 20 years since he was shot and killed. Back to you.
Thank you, Brent. How beautiful. In other news, this afternoon, we sent out a push alert on the KBOI2 News mobile app on this story. Ada County deputies say the body of a missing Illinois man has been found a few days after a man was arrested in Ada County while driving his van. Deputies say they pulled over Jeffrey Maynard for driving erratically on the interstate. Investigators say he couldn't explain how he got the van or where the missing man was. Maynard was also wanted on other out-of-state charges, and he is currently in the Ada County Jail. A Nampa man is behind bars following a car chase. Deputies say Jonathan Zazuta was the passenger in a car that took off on Highway 95 after being pulled over. Deputies think the car had fake plates. The driver, a 24-year-old woman, eventually pulled over. She was arrested. Deputies say that he tried to run away but was arrested. He is now charged with resisting arrest and drug charges. A new flight is coming to the Boise airport. Frontier will start a new nonstop flight to Denver next March. Flights can go for as little as $39 one way. Cleaning up and looking for answers. Coming up on KBOI2 News First at 4, a string of vandalism damaging a Boise bench street. Find out the unique neighborhood item that was also covered in paint. Recognize that? Well, Hurricane Maria bearing down on Puerto Rico. Chief Meteorologist Roland Stedham is tracking the dangerous storm's path. And a little Silicon Valley right here in the Treasure Valley. We'll be giving you a behind-the-scenes tour of a brand new startup. It's out in Eagle.